Today I'm here with some brand new fuses that can do this. The example that you just saw are just a glimpse of what these fuses can do. So stick with me to see what they are really capable of. Also, all of them are incredibly efficient, that means they run real time on DaVinci Resolve. So let's start. Master Glitch. Master Glitch offers 3 modes: digital corruption, RGB split, and scan lines. But if you further modify them with inbuilt parameters, you can create almost all type of glitch variations. For controls, in each mode, we can adjust the target by media luminance. And for visual features, we have heat per minute control and chromatic aberration for more overall impact. Each mode also offers exclusive settings on their own. For example, the RGB split mode has RGB shift, while for the scanline mode, you have noise amount, the number of scan lines, and the block size of pixel distortion in the background of scan lines. Fluid particle scatter. This fuse creates dynamic fluid particles on your media. You can adjust settings like particle rate or frequency, while particle lifetime determines how long each particle sticks around. Spared for dispersal and turbulence to add fluid wind movement to your particle. Luminance threshold lets you target specific areas. Watercolor. These views convert any media to a unique artistic look. You can adjust parameters to make it into your own liking. For example, we have outline strength that controls the stroke strength, watercolor speed for the amount of color displacement, grain for the amount of paper texture you want in your image, paper brightness for the intensity of the paper, and overall brightness for global brightness. You can also use this fuse as a noise generator or a paper texture. Colorful circles. Colorful circles is a fuse for motion graphics because this fuse creates impressive animations of circles. For the controls, first we have 4 types of patterns: original, circular, diagonal, and radial. Then we have speed for the speed of animation, scale for how big we want each circle to be, pulse intensity for the time interval of each pulse, rotation speed if you want it to rotate, and if so, then how fast the rotation would be, outline if you want a black outline. Here, let me tell you about a trick. The trick is you can put value beyond what it's limited to. For example, the outline parameter is limited to only 1, but if I add 100, you can see that it allows it, and as a result a unique look has been created. And the best part is that this trick works in all the fuses that we have today. Back to colorful circles, we also have some global post-process controls like brightness, contrast, and hue. Dream Aurora. Dream Aurora lets you create beautiful glowing patterns inspired by the northern hemisphere auroras. We can adjust parameters like flow speed to control the speed of the animation, color intensity for the saturation, and size for the overall zoom effect on the patterns. Wave height sets the spacing between each patterns and its shadows, while the post-process option lets you further customize the look. Circle Mirage. Same as the colorful circles, this fuse also creates super cool looking animation with circles. So for the controls, we have layer scale that defines the amount of layer zoom you want, rotation for how much rotation interval you want each layer to have, zoom for how much overall zoom you want, layer count for how many layers of circles you want, animation speed for controlling the speed of the spiral animation that it does, center offset to change the view of the camera based on center, outline if you want a black outline, and if so, then how thick it would be, and same as the colorful circles, some global control. Spiral scatter. This fuse lets you create blur that are made from particles. For the controls, we have spirit that controls the amount of blur you want, animation that controls how much movement each particle will have, luma threshold for controlling the luminance range of this fuse is allowed to generate, merge with original lets you toggle if you want only blur or blur with image. And last, here we have some CC for the blur that is being generated. Pencil sketch. Pencil sketch transforms any media into a hand-drawn lineup. For the parameters, we have center pivot that sets the rotation point, noise scale adjusts the intensity of noise, while the line strength defines the brightness of the sketch lines. And the edge threshold lets you control the edge based on luminance. And lining lets you set the direction of each line. Line density controls the sharpness of each line. We also have some global parameters like brightness, saturation, shadow, and color quantization that determines the beat depth. black hole. This fuse allows you to make any media into a black hole. For the controls, we have frequency for how twisty we want the media to be. Distortion lets you adjust how much center distorted you want. And emission lets you create a center bright point to make it more like a black hole. Grid texture. Grid texture lets you add grids that will react to the edge of your media. For the controls, we have speed that lets you adjust the movement speed of the grids. Blur amount lets you adjust the reactance of the grid. Grid size lets you control the size of the grid. Then we have merge with original that lets you control if you want only grid or the grid merge with your media. And then we have some blend controls to better match with your lighting. That's all for today. You can get these fuses from the link in description. And thanks to Shark for partnering with me in this project. And another huge thanks to you guys for supporting me. Without you, we never have reached this many subscribers.